Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. To everybody who has subscribed to the channel, thank you. It really means a lot to me. I'm doing a simple little Zaxbys Mukbang today, and I got a topic I want to talk about. Not really sure if everybody's seen that video. Well, the docu-series or whatever they're calling it with R.Kelly. I stayed up last night and watched it, and when I tell y'all, I literally was floored. You know, a lot of the stuff, we've already seen some stuff, like we knew stuff about Aaliyah, but it's like they almost dive into it, like even deeper. So that was really good. Look, I just got some chicken fingers, fries, and wings. I think this the wings and things. I really shouldn't be eating this, but I don't care. I wanted it tonight. You know I'm a little fluffy right now. It's a little fluffy. But yes, back to that. It was 2 hours long. It was 2 parts. And I think it may be a total of 3 parts. But they showed 2 parts last night. They had people from his team, like personal assistants and people who was on the road with him during that time, like backup dancers and all that stuff. His ex-wife, R.Kelly, was on there. Sparkle. Now that's a whole nother topic right there. But after watching it, it left me like, where was all these adults for all these kids? Like, all these adults. And literally, I mean, all these kids, he involved with teenagers as young as 13 and 14 years old. It's like, what are the parents? I remember being 13 or 14 years old. I mean, you could barely go over someone's house without your mama being like, where you going? Gotta know who you with. Like, dropping you off, picking you up. But these girls was catching flights from different cities to go visit R.Kelly. I mean, it literally had me like in awe, like just like wow. And then when you see just some of the support that he gets, you know, by any means, I'm not judging anybody. Like, you can't. I'm the type of person, I don't want to judge the next person. But when you see something like that, like kids being molested and all of those things, like abused, like women and kids literally being abused from this man, and nobody does anything about it. Like the way we all saw the tape, the way that he beat that. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm about to pop. That was so good. Did they leave ranch out of here? I'm supposed to have ranch, y'all. Hey, that's my ranch out. Hold on, it got good for a second. I got my own. Ooh. Yeah, hold on. Hold this up. Zaxbys be so good, but let me tell you. Anytime I go to New Orleans, I have to get Raising Cane's. Like, when I tell you, those chickens in this are so good. I know that's so off topic, but since I'm eating my food, of course. But back to the matter at hand. That docuseries had me. I was literally late for work this morning because I overslept from being up last night watching that. But it literally had me just shocked. And we all knew he was with the whole rumors about him being married to Aaliyah. But to hear somebody saying, hey, I was in the room, I went and forged documents that said Aaliyah was 18 and not 15, which she actually was 15 years old when they got married. So to see that, you just like as an adult, what were you thinking to even sit there and support somebody marrying a 15-year-old child? Like at 15 years old, I know I wasn't ready to get married or let alone play house with anybody. But to see her on there and then to hear Dancer talking about the time they were on the tour bus and they literally witnessed him having sex with Aaliyah. And I'm just like, where were her parents? Like, did they just have her on the road and nobody was like chaperoning or with her? I know like celebrity kids kind of grow up faster than everybody, of course. But your 15-year-old daughter on the road with like a 30-year-old man. Like, how can you sit back? Like, is money really that important to certain people? You know what I'm saying? Like, does money really like drive you to forget all of your morals, putting your family like at risk like that? Your child. Like, that baffled me. But when I tell you, it was so good. And then when you hear R.Kelly's story of marrying him, they got married in Colorado in a hotel. And she knew nothing about the wedding. She didn't get to pick her wedding dress. No details about the wedding did she pick. This man had everything planned literally for them. If that ain't controlling right there, I don't know what is. Like, what woman don't want to plan her wedding? Some decent, like, he literally thought that was okay. Hold on, I'm thirsty. This is not wine. It's really a ginger ale, but my cup cute. My glass. Like, they don't give you carrots no more at Zaxbys? I thought you get carrots. Now I just got celery. They look kind of dead. But yeah. Let me see what else. Then they interviewed his brothers. One looked like he in prison. And the younger brother. And they all talked about stories of being molested, you know, when they were younger. And of course, we see that a lot. You know, when people are molested and you pretty much, you become the abuser. Not saying that happens every time, but, you know, we've seen that happen before. But just to hear the stories of all of them experiencing that same thing and not really talking about it, I was literally just like, wow. And yeah, I know we done heard, you know, them rumors about R.Kelly not being able to, that's not funny, God forgive me, read or write. But to hear R.Kelly saying, like his wall came down with me. He told me that he couldn't read and write, and she started helping him, like, try to learn how to read. I'm just like, mind you, this man making hit after hit after hit in the 90s and 2000s, and can't read. How you signing contracts and all this type of stuff and you can't read? But seriously, I think all of social media, everybody was probably listening to that last night, because first I thought I was about to watch Dr. Pimple Popper and fall asleep. And then I turned that on. I couldn't go to bed after that. I could not go to bed at all. Mmm. I think I love the Zax sauce more than anything at Zaxby's. Is that sad? Probably. That's probably sad. But yes. And the other big thing, Sparkle. So we all know Sparkle was one of his artists. I'm not sure if she was on a label or whatever, but R.Kelly was pretty much like her. Oh, I got something in my beard, y'all. R.Kelly was pretty much like her mentor. And she was just talking about a time that she went to the house over there. I think they had been maybe in the studio or something at his house. And she heard a knock. And everybody was kind of ignoring the knock. And they kept knocking. And she asked, like, y'all hear that knocking? And then she heard a voice like, hey, I just want to know if I can come down and get something to eat. Y'all, that was R.Kelly, the wife at the time, asking, can she come downstairs to get something to eat? Can she get downstairs? Come downstairs and get something to eat. I don't know what kind of love or sex or what have you, like, it's like your mind just gone. Like, literally gone. Then she dropped a bomb. So y'all know back when the sex tape came out, the 14-year-old girl was on the sex tape. Well, Sparkle begins to tell this story of how she has I think a 14-year-old niece, or she might have been like 12 at the time that she started coming around. So she starts to bring her niece, to the studio. Her niece was like a rapper, so she wanted to, her to experience being in the studio and just seeing how, that works. And of course, she's in the studio with R.Kelly, who is like this mega star at the time. So, of course, who wouldn't want to be in the studio to see, how he make his hits? I don't know what the hell Sparkle was thinking. Your 14-year-old niece at the studio with R.Kelly. So she bringing the niece around, all that. So I guess after a while, the niece starts showing up to the studio by herself, getting dropped off without Sparkle. So at the end, she breaking down, says she's sorry, Y'all, the 14-year-old girl in that video that was getting urinated in her mouth by him, that was Sparkle niece. Drop the wing. Sparkle niece. Like, I can't even imagine anybody. Y'all, I go hard for my nieces and nephews. So, I can't imagine that. But what would make anybody, especially around that time, I'm sure you see all the girls in and out. You see stuff. What would make you think it's okay to bring your niece around R.Kelly? And like I said, by any means, I'm not judging nobody. But we've clearly seen him marry a 15-year-old and urinate in a child's mouth. You come to your own conclusions about that. Come to your own conclusions about that. And I'm gonna eat my chicken wing. A tender. This is so good. Look, they be breaded so good too. Look at that. Let me see what else they was talking about. Oh, the way that he would just be at the schools. Now, mind you, he been dropped out of school years ago. He a grown man at this point. But he hanging out at the high schools. Hanging out at the high schools. Like, nobody, once you graduate high school, you graduate high school. Nobody's hanging out at the high school. Like, not any normal person who operate like an adult. Unless you out there, you know, mentoring, teaching, coaching. You're not hanging out at the school. And it was like this thing that the community, like in Chicago, everybody knew. R.Kelly, he go to the school to pretty much pick up girls. And they had a teacher there. I think she was like the music teacher. And she was just saying how she would tell him, you know you too old for these girls. Clearly he was ignoring all of that. Literally ignore her. But y'all, this food is so good. I'm still shocked when it really, you know, social media was like, oh, this Sparkle niece. Mind you, I'm like, what Sparkle been? Just to see her, I'm like, wow. But to know that was her niece. Can you imagine the family reunions? Now that's tea right there. That was tea. But I don't know when the next part come on. But when that next part come on, I'll definitely be tuned in. Because that was just intriguing right there. Just to, all these women, girls, talking about having sex with him and him making them have sex with each other and younger girls having sex with each other. Hold on, I gotta sip this ginger ale. Ooh. Ain't nothing like a good ginger ale. Oh my God. I gotta do better this shit though with them ginger ales, y'all. But yes, that right there was a mess. Hold on. Alright, y'all, I'm back. But yes, we definitely gonna have to watch that next part. Because baby, when I tell you, tea was poured. It was poured. And I like how, you know, some people, like somebody like John Legend wasn't, you know, afraid to speak up and, you know, tell how he feel in the documentary. Not saying that everybody got to do that, but, I mean, that was big to see him on there doing that. And y'all saw Wendy on there. Of course, she wasn't going to pass up the opportunity to shade the hell out of somebody. So, yeah. I am pretty much done. I got a few fries left, a little wing. I killed that. But yeah, tell me. So, in the comment section, tell me if you watched the show, the docuseries. Tell me what you thought about it. Like, what's your opinion? How did it make you feel? Like, do you feel any way different towards R.Kelly, or did it make you, you know, hey, life, it happens, or what? Whatever your thoughts about it, you let me know. And guys, let me know, like, you know, what kind of videos you want to see from me. Right now, of course, I'm doing the mukbang, and I'm just literally sitting in my house filming what my opinion about something. So y'all let me know. Make sure if you have not already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Of course, it's going to be a lot more content coming. This is literally just the beginning. And like I said, thank you to everybody who has already subscribed. Thank you for the love. It definitely means a lot. And until next time, bye guys.